y'all going? It's your boy Robbie Rob. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new, hit that subscribe button below and let's get started. So in this week's video, we'll be once again checking out the latest Nintendo stuff I managed to pick up. And once again, it happens to be quite an eclectic collection of things. And 90% of the stuff over here is what my cuz found for me when he was out and about in hobby shops and scouring the whole of Adelaide for Nintendo stuff for me. So once again, thanks cuz, I appreciate it extremely. So without further ado, let's check out the first thing he managed to find me, and that happens to be good old, I don't know if it's good old, but it happens to be SpongeBob SquarePants, a creature from the Krusty Krab on the Nintendo Wii. As you can see, paid $10 for this one. I picked this one up due to the fact that it is SpongeBob, and I do enjoy myself every now and then. The good old SpongeBob game, and even the animated show as well. So I did pick that one up because I do try to get as many Nintendo Wii games, because currently my Wii collection is quite horrific, and I do only get like main kind of titles because there was a lot of shovelware. So anything relatively decent I do pick up. Everything else I don't even bother, even if it is relatively cheap. But yeah, for $10, pretty damn good condition, even if I say so myself. It does even include the instruction manual, which is quite good, and that instruction manual is nice and crisp, nice and bright, even though it is black and white, but it is there and complete. So obviously it has been looked after, because obviously SpongeBob is more catered towards the kids, and they tend to throw these things out or trash them to all hell. So this one being complete is quite cool. The disc, however, it does have a few minor scratches here and there, but nothing major and nothing that will warrant it from reading. So that is quite cool, and most likely I won't even play this one for very long, but I will check it out, and it might even appear somewhere up there for a while before I take it home and give it a whirl. And the next thing he got for me is also a Nintendo Wii title, but this one, however, is a relatively good franchise and very popular, and that happens to be, boom, good old Harvest Moon Magical Melody. I have absolutely no idea what Harvest Moon is. I have never played any of the Harvest Moon games, but I do assume it's something very similar to Animal Crossing, more around farming rather than kind of building like little towns and stuff. This one, yeah, seems to be a lot of farming, and which is quite cool because my studio is actually on a farm and I do enjoy a bit of farming myself. So that is quite cool. Might check this one out. I am a huge fan of Animal Crossing games, but like I said, I've never tried any of the Harvest Moon games before, so it will be nice to check this one out. And also, as you can see, this one is absolutely beautiful as well. Very much complete. Instruction manual is all there, even though it is, yeah, a tiny little bit yellowed up here, but that's nothing major, and has a little bit of a crinkling at the back. But all in all, pretty damn good. Nice and bright, nice and crisp, no dog ears, nothing like that. And once again, notes page, nothing written in there, so that is fantastic. And now just checking out that disc, because I haven't even looked at it. Relatively good condition, few micro scratches here and there, but nothing major once again. So that is quite cool. And the next game he managed to get for me, wouldn't you know it, is boom, good old Harvest Moon, A Wonderful Life. But this one, however, is on the good old GameCube. $50 for this one, so quite expensive. I'm not sure why they had a lot of Harvest Moon games available at the time, but I did see these, or he did see these, and he messaged me and asked if I wanted them, and yeah, without a doubt I wanted them, because yeah, you don't encounter these kinds of things, especially good old GameCube games, because they are really hard to come by and quite expensive. As you can see, $50 for that, even though it is Harvest Moon. Nothing major there or anything, but it is fetching for $50. This one is slightly faded condition wise. Front is, yeah, slightly faded. Back of it has got a little bit of dirt here and there. Sticker residue, mind you, which should be relatively easy to clean up. And the disc itself's got, once again, some sticker crap there, which I'll try to remove as best I can. But however, it does have a instruction manual, even though it is not very elaborate or thick or anything like that. But it is, however, there and complete. No yellowing, nothing like that. And no, yeah, once again, no markings or no drawings, nothing like that, so that is cool. And it did even come with its good old precaution manual as well. And now checking that disc, even though it does have some sticker residue here and there, I will try to remove that sticker right there, even though it's looks pretty baked on there, but I will probably remove it relatively easy. And that disc, even though it is a tiny little one, it does have a little bit of scratches here and there. But like I keep saying, it probably won't warrant anything from the GameCube reading it, because there's no major kind of gouges or things like that taken out of it, or chips, so it should definitely read. And if it does have troubles, I might take it to a bloke down the road to get it resurfaced, so it looks nice and clean and reads a little bit better. So yeah, that is what the first things he managed to get for me. And finally, once again, he was at good old Game Traders, same place. He managed to find me, boom, a Super Nintendo game. This one is Super Morph for 30 bucks. Once again, relatively expensive, even though I'm not even sure what this game's about. But that label does look quite fun and cool. So I will definitely check this one out, because I do love my Super Nintendo games. And I do like playing them and popping them in and just playing them for a little while, because it's a little bit of nostalgia for me, as I missed out on a lot of these games, and I also didn't have a Super Nintendo, so I did play a lot of Super Nintendo games at my friends' houses and things like that, so there is a little bit of nostalgia associated with a lot of them. But this one, however, I did miss out on, never played it, absolutely no idea what it's about, so it would be nice to check this one out. And as far as condition, it is quite cool, nice and bright, not much yellowing, a little bit scratched on that label, but nothing major. Back label is nice and crisp, slight yellowing however on the back, and it does have some kind of white crap on there, which will probably peel off and scratch off quite easily, so yeah, it does come off quite easily. So yeah, apart from a little bit of yellowing, nothing too major. And the next thing he managed to get for me is something I don't currently have, which I actually assumed I already did have, but that happens to be a little bit of hardware for the best console on the planet, and that happens to be Badushka, a black Nintendo 64 controller. Paid good old 50 bucks for that one, so relatively good price. That's usually the price they seem to be going for, especially if they are quite clean and pristine, which this one happens to be. Even that disc is nice and tight and not flopping about in the wind like a tooth about to fall out, so relatively good. So yeah, 50 bucks willing to pay for that one, and I am trying to get as many Nintendo 64 controllers as possible, probably, or actually trying to get every single color variant if I can. Not sure if I'll be successful, but I'll go as far as I can. But yeah, I always assumed I had a black one, but then he messaged me and goes, oh, do you want one? And I goes, oh yeah, probably I'll have another one, because I do like to have one or two of them. So yeah, and then I opened up my controller drawer, and lo and behold, I did not own a black controller. So there, once again, another wicked find, because yeah, like I said, I always assumed I had one, and I didn't. And finally, another one of my good old eBay purchases has arrived, so we'll crack this one open and see what's inside. I did pre-cut it to save myself some time, but as you can see, nicely bubble wrapped. I have absolutely no idea what the hell this game is. Oh, I do now. It is not a Nintendo 64 title, this one, so that is quite cool. And this one happens to be, boom, another Super Nintendo game. This one is King Arthur's World. Looks quite cool. I was looking at the pictures and stuff on the internet, and it looked quite cool. And it is complete in very good condition. I paid 60 bucks for this one on eBay, like I said. And so yeah, when I came across this, I had to pick it up because it does look quite cool, as you can see. And it did even come with the good old protective sleeve, which is always quite cool, because they do cost about $2 or $3 to actually get one of these. So that's one less thing I have to worry about. And I do actually keep all my boxes in these sleeves, because I do love protecting all my boxed games. So as you can see, absolutely fantastic condition for something that was released in, let me have a quick squeeze, in 1992, so nearly 30 years old. So very, very good condition, even if I say so myself. Now we'll just crack it open. It does have everything in it. It is complete according to the listing. Instruction manual, a little even mailing thing that usually gets chucked out as soon as most people buy these games. Well, mind you, that's not the instruction manual, that's the precaution manual. Here's the instruction manual, nice and bright, nice and crisp, few tears and things like that, dog ears, but nothing too major, nice and bright, no yellowing whatsoever, and just flip into the good old notes page, no cheats, nothing, no codes written on there, so that is fantastic. And like I said, very much complete, even did come with the sleeve as well, and that cartridge is absolutely flawless, absolutely brand spanking. You're looking nice and grey, nice and bright, no dirt whatsoever unless it has been cleaned, which I think it has. Well, I don't think the front has been cleaned, but there was something written along there which someone did remove and did an actually pretty damn good job of it, even if I say so myself. So whether it has been cleaned or not, it doesn't really matter because it is still nice and crisp and bright, and if it has been cleaned, they did a very good job without actually damaging it in the process, which is always good because some people tend to do very piss poor jobs of cleaning them and tend to rip labels or scratch them off or use alcohol on them and then they fade. And so yeah, even if though it has been cleaned, it did fare quite nicely and it does look very, very brand spanking new. Absolutely, like I said, no idea what this game entails, but it does look quite cool, nice and bright, as most of the 16-bit era games was. Most likely, well, King Arthur, some kind of knight fighting game, I'm assuming. So keen to check this one out, because like I said, don't have many Super Nintendo games, and trying to get as many as possible in the collection, apart from the good old 64 games. So yeah, it is also quite nice to pick up a few games that aren't actually 64, because then if you buy those every single week, collecting becomes a bit of a chore and a bit boring. So I do like to vary it up every now and then where I can come across these cheap things or cheaper things and things like that. So yeah, that'll do me for this week. If you enjoyed the video, guys, please hit that like button, leave a comment below, and once again, please do subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye!